Hello, true believers. Thank you for clicking on this video today to join me for a comic book unboxing. This will be the first video on my channel, but I hope to bring you more like it in the future, here on Fomerfish's Finds. I've been collecting comic books for years, and recently have been inspired by other creators to share some of the deals, bargains, and steals that you can get if you know when and where to look. You are just as likely to find me thumbing through a long box of dusty dollar comics looking for that proverbial diamond in a rough as you could death scrolling at 3 a.m. looking through about to expire eBay auctions. Today we have 3 examples of that late night grind with packages I've recently received from 3 different sellers. We are going to start with a single book I bought off a seller that goes by the name of ANGGAU-60. So I bought this one book because I actually have the one right before it that I bought on a different sale. And this one came across my eBay feed at a really, really good price. I wasn't expecting it to fall off the top like that. But right here we have The Amazing Spider-Man number 202. This is from March 1980 and has a 40-cent cover. It is the second part of a 2-part Punisher storyline. This one is One for Those Long Gone. And I paid $8 for this with shipping at $6. And right now, the Overstreet Market Guide has this as a $50 comic book in GM 9.8 grade. This is definitely not at that grade, but I would say that it is probably a mid-grade comic. And definitely something that I am happy to get at this grade, especially when it is going to go with my copy of Amazing Spider-Man 201. This came out in February of 1980, also with a 40-cent cover. This is the part 1 of the 2-part story. This one is Manhunt. It also features the Punisher with a classic pinup style cover with the bullet-ridden bullseye in the background. You have Frank Castle showing a little bit of motion with that machine gun. And Overstreet has this listed as an $80 book. I picked this one up for $10 plus $13 in shipping. And this is a decent looking copy. I would put this probably in a 7.0 to 8.0 grade. And super happy to have them both. Looking at basically you paid $18 for $130 worth of comic books. Again, very happy to have these in my collection. And welcome back, guys. Next we have a package from Issa's Comic Books and Trades. This is coming out of Brooklyn, New York, and this is actually going to be 2 lots that I had purchased and bundled together for the shipping to save, which is something I like to do a lot. If I find one item from a seller, I try to find other items that I would like for myself, or maybe I could get at a good deal to sell someplace else, either at a flea market or on Facebook or something like that. So I try to make sure that I can save as much as I can on shipping by spreading it out over more books. So the first one I found was a bundle of 6 books. Most of them were #1 issues, and I actually picked it up because of one particular issue. I'm probably going to stab myself here. Give me 1 second to get this open. Well, if nothing else, it is secure. It is missing 3 of the comics. That is good to know. Unless they're... Oh, they are. They're not in there. Okay, well, at least the one that I really wanted was in there. I guess we'll go over the other two first. We have Deathlock. It's number one from 1990, I believe. It's $4 worth, not much. We had Fred Hembeck Destroys the Marvel Universe. Another number one, $4. Again, nothing too much. But here is the reason that I got this lot. It is X-Force number 2. This is volume 1 from the 1990s. This is the second appearance of Deadpool, the second appearance of G.W. Bridge, and the first appearance of Weapon X Garrison Kane. This is a $26 book, according to the Overstreet Guide. And I paid $9 for the lot of 6. I'll have to figure out what happened to the other 3. Need to contact that seller, and we'll need to come back with the rest of them. The other lot that I got from that seller included some older Marvel horror books. We have Journey into Mystery, number 13. This is from volume 2 that ran from 1972 to 1975. This is from October 1974 with a Larry Lieber cover. This actually reprints 4 stories that were previously printed in Strange Worlds, Tales of Suspense, Strange Tales, and Marvel Tales. Next up, we have the Chamber of Chills, number 1. This is also volume 2 for Marvel from 1972 to 1976. This is from November of 1972. It has a 20-cent Gil Kane cover and has Stan Lee scripts. You can see there is a large fire-breathing dragon that is a couple cornered on a pit on the cover. It's a beautiful cover. The first volume of this was actually for Harvey Publications, and it ran from 1951 to 1954. So apparently Marvel picked up the rights at some point. And lastly, from this second lot, we had Chamber of Darkness, number 5. This was also Marvel from 1969 to 1970. This issue was from June 1970. Has a 15-cent Jack Kirby cover, and this is a H.P. Lovecraft adaptation. The reason I picked up these was because of the price. The 3 of those comics were in one lot. They were on there for $40. The Chamber of Darkness goes about $55, according to Overstreet. The Chamber of Chills goes for about $90, and the Journey into Mystery is the lowest one because it's the reprint, and it goes about for $34. All in, I had about $60 for the 2 lots with the shipping, which I think is a great deal on about 4 comics that I actually really want to have in my collection, and that's where those 4 are going to go. Again, I'm going to have to figure out what happened to those other 3 that were supposed to come with the first one. Who knows? I'll let you guys know at some point.